Well, one question I get is this. Well, Dr. Fryer, my mama had diabetes or heart disease, my daddy had heart disease, my sister had heart disease, and it's genetic. Am I going to get it? Well, let's look at this. Yes, genes have a certain amount in it, but did you know you can turn those genes on and turn those genes off? When you are living and you're growing up, who do you learn most of your habits from?
Parents.
Your parents, your mom and your dad, right? So if they pass that gene on to you and you do what they do, then guess what? You're going to get what they do. It's been proven time and time again. You have identical twins, one lives one way, the other lives the other way, and they come out two different people. Why? Because of their environment and the things they're doing to turn those genes on and off. So genetics, it only affects purely about maybe 2 to 3% of any disease process. It's what you're doing in your life. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
It's not really a question, but I know we're talking mostly about women's health and everything, but if you have children, this summer my 16-year-old developed a heart disease. And a lot of things that he's saying as far as eating and drinking water and everything. I mean, my son would never drink water at all, no matter what, and now he's up to 4 or 5 bottles a day, and it's really made a difference in his life and our lives as his parents. But even at 16, you know, watch your kids, because we never know what age that anybody, we don't have to be, you know, older with this heart disease, and it's a total shock. Healthy 16-year-old running around playing sports, and now he's restricted from everything. So, you know, we still have a battle to go, but we know that God is good and he'll take care of him. And he's on the way to recovery, but heart disease affects us all. So talk to your kids, make sure they're eating right, and please, please, please have them drink that water.
Thank you very much. Drinking water. Awesome. Thank you very much. Great. And I don't think I addressed it, but the other big culprit is sugar. Sugar is an inflammatory agent. It causes stress on the body. And it causes so much stress on the body that they pump sugar and sweeteners into things that's not even sweet. Why? To get you to consume more. And if you're doing any kind of artificial sweeteners, oh, those are just pure poison. Those are pure poison. That, what's that one, that blue one, what's that? Equal, yeah, Equal, you guys know it. Aspartame. That thing, that turns into formaldehyde in your body. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So if you're doing any kind of artificial sweeteners, cut them out. Natural's better. Any other questions?
So you're saying, I put sweet low in my tea.
Sweet and Low, the pink packet. Okay. Sweet and Low is saccharin, and that's the very first one, artificial sweetener, and that one is causes all kind of joint and muscle aches. And once again, when I give these talks, I share how the system is stacked against us. There's 4 components to the system. The first component is insurance, health insurance. The next component is pharmaceutical companies. The next component is government. Yeah, government. And then finally, the last component is the food industry. Because a lot of things that we eat right now is not real food. It's substances.
Raw sugar.
One thing I will not do with any of my clients or anyone, I will never say you can't do anything. Because you can. I just let you know the choices that you make today affect your tomorrow. Natural is always better than artificial or man-made. You can't beat God. Can't beat God. The more natural something is, the better. And sugar, there's honey, which is a natural sweetener. You know, that's good. Different fruits, natural sweeteners, that's good. But the more you refine it, the more man puts his hand on it, the more he messes it up. Any other questions?
What about carbohydrates?
All right, got a question in the back.
How do carbohydrates, okay, the carbohydrates affect the heart?
All right, carbohydrates. I know you guys may have heard like the keto diet and some other diets and everything. Carbohydrates, our body functions on fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, we need carbohydrates. However, we have a lot of carbohydrates. We consume way too many carbohydrates, and most of those carbohydrates are processed food carbohydrates versus vegetables and fruit, which are also carbohydrates. Good question.
Alkaline water good?
Alkaline water. Alkaline water is very good for the body. And the first thing is drinking adequate water. Anyway, who knows what adequate water intake per day is? Yes, ma'am.
I was told that it's your body weight in half.
Half of your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 100 pounds, at least 50 ounces of water a day. If you're exercising or working out or something, it's going to take more. But you're exactly correct. Great job. Alkaline water, what happens is this. When your body does not have enough water in it, how much is your body made up of water? About 70%, 75% is water. And when you don't drink enough water, that makes you dehydrated. When you're dehydrated, that puts a stress on your body. And stress causes chronic disease to take place. When there's a stress on the body, also it makes it acidic. And so one thing about drinking alkaline water, it kind of helps to change the pH a little bit. But there's also another, a fourth phase of water. There's a book called The Body's Many Cries for Water. Excellent book, talks about the importance of water. And so alkaline water is good. You want to make sure that you're getting adequate water. Alkaline water is good to kind of help out some things, but your body's going to try to maintain a homeostasis, 7.4 pH.
When you say alkaline, are you saying drink only alkaline, or is it okay to mix it with regular water?
The bottom line is drinking water. That's the bottom line. Alkaline water helps out, okay? And then as far as that fourth phase of water, which is a different, that's the water that surrounds the cells that you can get through certain things that you consume through fruit and vegetables, that's also better. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
What about red versus white meat?
Red versus white meat. Red meat just has a lot more fat in it, animal fat. Animal fat is omega-6 fat, and that causes inflammation. As Americans, we eat way too much omega-6s. However, omega-3s are better for you, and they're anti-inflammatory. They don't cause as much inflammation. So meat in and of itself, a white meat has less fat typically than red meat, but eating too much meat in general can cause problems, even if it is white meat. Great questions.
It also causes gout.
What's that?
Red meat causes gout.
Red meat, a lot of it has purine in it, and that purine, when it's broken down, that causes your uric acid to go up, and it causes gout. Yes? Great. Any other questions? As far as fish, it's very good. We don't consume enough fish a lot of times. As far as the best fish you want to eat and consume, it's like if it's sea fish or seafood, SMASH. The acronym is SMASH. Sardines, mackerel, not king mackerel, anchovies, salmon, and herring. Okay, those are good seafoods. As far as the freshwater fish, usually like the crappie, brim, bass. Not catfish. Catfish is a bottom feeder, and it causes more toxins. Hold on. Once again, I didn't say you can't eat it. I said it's not as good for you. Yes.
eat. I love salmon croquette.
Salmon's good. Salmon's good.
Okay, but you're going to tell me, you're going to tell me I can't fry it. I don't eat, I know you're not gonna tell me I can't, but you're gonna tell me I need to avoid frying.
If you want a healthier lifestyle, probably want to avoid frying anything.
Air fry.
That reminds me of a story. Oh, I have a question here. Yes, ma'am.
No, not a question, just a statement. So you mentioned a lot of great things in terms of some of the meats and fishes. But I mean, I think one of the biggest call outs for this decade, right, is a lot of foods are genetically modified and processed. So although there's a lot of fishes like salmons and things like that that are really great to eat, there's also like a lot of newer biochemical factories that are also manufacturing and producing a lot of fish. So one of the things that, and particularly salmon, because I studied a little bit, is, you know, for those that come out of those manufactured, genetically processed, they'll say that they cannot be mixed with other fish, right? So that's kind of a sign that obviously if it can't even be mixed with fish that comes out of the natural ocean, it's probably not a good for us to be partaking into it. So I just wanted to call out the genetically modified foods that has increased over years. That's kind of unnatural to our bodies.
Great. And what's your name, ma'am?
Satara.
Satara. Excellent. Thank you very much, Satara. Have you guys heard of genetically modified organisms? Oh, genetically modified organisms. Once again, this is where they're genetically modifying certain food things that we're consuming. It can be meat products, or it can be vegetables. A lot of the corn, a lot of the soy are genetically modified, and they don't know what that does to our body. Once again, who's involved in the system? Insurance, pharmaceuticals, government, and food industry. The food industry, those genetically modified organisms, we give a class that's coming up probably in a couple of months, about 2 or 3 months, on genetically modified organisms. Erin, my wife, beautiful wife, there she is right there, hi. There's an excellent class on genetically modified organisms that we share with the public, and that's something to be aware of. It's because we don't know what it does to our bodies because it's not natural. Thank you very much.
Could you give us a sample breakfast, lunch, and dinner menu that you look like you're in great?
Great.
Just a sample, great shape, so that maybe 1 out of the 7 days I might get.
So the question was, I give a sample menu, a good menu. Well, the first thing is this. Everything that you've heard about as far as what to eat for breakfast, what to eat for dinner, what to eat for lunch, throw all that out. Because that's all marketing. That's all marketing. It has nothing to do with your health. What is the purpose of eating?
Energy.
To get fuel, to energy, to give your body energy. So getting good wholesome food to give your body energy is the key. So an example of a good breakfast is probably like an egg omelet with maybe as far as onions, mushrooms, and maybe spinach in there, or maybe avocado. And that gives great energy, it's good, high protein, and that's a complete meal. And the other thing is this. A lot of times we pigeonhole our vegetables and fruit, and we only eat a certain amount, but there's like so many varieties of vegetables and fruit out there. It's like fantastic. So go and enjoy it. Yes, ma'am.
You're talking about frying food and not good to fry food. I haven't fried food in years, but I started using that new air fryer. And I air fry. Because I eat that flounder and tilapia, and I put it in the air fryer. And it's just as crispy like a
The thing is, when you cook something on very high heat, that also changes the structure of it, and it kind of, once again, causes inflammation in the body. So, air fryer can affect, you're not in the oil, so you're at least getting rid of the oil and the grease. But look at, just be aware. It should be aware. Now, do I eat sweets every now and then? Yes, I eat sweets every now and then. Okay? But, you know, I don't miss them at all. I'm not feeling sluggish. I feel have more energy. It's all good. Because one thing about this, our bodies are such creatures of habit. Our bodies are such creatures of habit. We get accustomed to certain things, and that's what our body wants. Your mind is much more powerful than your body. Use your mind to control your body versus using the body to control the mind. All right? Yes, ma'am.
Is organic food important, or is it just like a new way?
Actually, organic is better. And this is why. When it's a certified organic food, you don't have the pesticides, because pesticides are toxic to the body. They're not genetically modified. And so when it comes to organic food is better. So if you ask your grocer, you ask your supermarket to ask for organic food, they will start bringing more of it into the store. Yes, ma'am.
And just to comment on what you were saying, organic, and I just learned this, just because we employ some people at Whole Foods. Government allows a percentage of it to be organic, for them to be able to say it's organic. So that's what he was saying, government. Only a percentage of it. For them to put organic on there, they only can have a percentage of GMOs in it. So it may not be 100% organic, but they're allowed to put that label on there because of the government. So you still have to be careful.
Yes, and while we're on that point, well, one thing that we do, have you guys heard of community-supported agriculture? Yeah. Community-supported agriculture allows you to buy a part of a share of a farm in the local area, and they supply that. You go to the farmer's market, pick it up, whatever they're growing, and you can actually go to that farm and see how they grow it, understand what they use on the farm, and you know what's going on with those things. Better than that, you grow it yourself. Now that's hard work. I tried it one time. It's hard work. But CSA is a better alternative for me because I can go to the farm in Dixon, take a look at how they're growing things, and so she's exactly right about the government saying so much can be GMO or modified. Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna ask about the organic, but you touched on that already. But I don't know, I can't remember the exact name of it right now. But there's an organization in Montgomery County. It's a county government organization where they'll actually teach you. They have master gardeners.
Master gardener, yes.
That they'll actually teach you how to garden, and I meant to do that, but they're probably.
Yes. We had a master gardener come to our clinic one time and did a master gardener class in our clinic. And so they would teach you how to grow certain things, and you do and then you can do an herb garden. You don't take very much room to do an herb garden at all. Well, thank you guys very much.